Is it this button? I think it might be this button. Is it this button? I think it
Yeah,
might be this button.
I can hear myself. I don't like that. Right. You, fat, bald, beardy man, shut up. Right, if I move all of this out of the bloody way, then I know I can kind of see what I'm doing. Can you tell we're late? Can you tell we're late and we're bloody rushing around trying to make sense of everything? How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Okay. Hope you good. You're not bald, Andrew. There's a distinct difference. But yeah, right. This is annoying me because I'm logged in. I've opened up the software, whatever it's called, OBS, and there's now a multi-platform activity feed. So if I close that, what's that do? Oh, it shows me Twitch as well. Well, isn't that nice? All right, okay. Things will probably break today because why not? It's Tuesday. Everything breaks on Tuesday. Good evening, Lobes. How are you? Bloody close. Yeah, you've got long hair, Andrew. Very jealous, obviously. Obviously, Peter's been sitting and waiting in the chat since 7:20. Very dedicated of you, Peter. But yes, it is very much a clickbaity title, but with purpose. He got knocked out by a hailstorm. Bloody hell, that is. Although I've said this before, but for some reason my YouTube recommended feed is always this weather guy, and well, obviously there's American weather guy, and there's always weather over there. And he did say something about hail yesterday, so I don't know exactly where you are, but I know there was some in there. We're all here for the clickbait. Exactly, Sergio. Exactly. Right. Just in case this video gets any kind of views after the fact, I was going to say, hopefully going to get some feedback from you guys as well. A bit of few views, and like views as in give me your opinions on such of things and we can talk about it. Is Adobe, because it had a bit of a bad week this last week when it released its new terms of service that it audience participation, indeed, Andrew. When it released its updated terms and conditions that you either accepted or you couldn't use it. I haven't had that option yet. And I did see a tweet earlier today saying that they are going to address this by the 18th, I think. So like in a week's time, with more clarity in their legal terminology. So I don't know if you've seen all the hoopla about it. A lot of people are getting very concerned. Well, I've used it for nearly getting on for 30 years ish, maybe less than 25 anyway. But easily 25. Yeah. But yeah, this whole terms and conditions and the fact that they're giving themselves this license to automatically, by machine-wise and manually analyze your content for whatever. Everybody's getting freaked out because of AI and all of that kind of thing. Well, I mean, that was my opinion as well, Andrew, that I don't use the Creative Cloud. I think it also... I think it all it also, if you use the AI generative fill, it has to send something to the servers to come back, that kind of thing. But people are like going on about working on in like under NDAs, and you can't have people from Adobe or contractors for Adobe snooping round, that kind of thing. Which obviously, if I was, I mean, I usually give it away anyway, but if I was testing software for another company and I was having, using Adobe software to link into it, then that would be breaking an NDA. It's definitely a fail anyway. So these terms of service thing, as per usual, I think there were the usual, not legally speak, covering their arse. The usual thing that's on every single social media, pretty much every app's terms and conditions, and all of this going. Is this going to stop? I have had quite a few followers this week. I can't remember if I can. How far back does this go? That might be the last one. Because it's so distracting. All the stupid, legally speaking, all this granting licenses to sub-license to this, that, and the other. I mean, a lot of that is basically just so they can display your picture on Facebook and that kind of that. That's what all that means across the world and other licenses. And everybody gets freaked out about it. However, all of this and all the discussions around it has made me think, is it time for me to ditch some of Adobe anyway? Because I don't know if you know that I am actually a full Creative Cloud like the full package. So Premiere, Audition, After Effects, whatever else comes with it, InDesign, Illustrator. I have all the full package. Oh, I love this. So I've had all these for like a lot of years now. When did I've had them since it changed to subscription, which is what, 12 years now, maybe? It's been a while. Good evening, Simon. So I'm on the point now that because before, up until, well, middle of last year, but really in effect from about March, I used to get some of it paid for something that I did in the community, or something like, I think it like towards the cost of it. So I think I would get like 25 quid of it paid. However, I've finished doing that, so I'm having to wear the full cost myself. So I'm now seeing that, like, hold on a minute, this is like 650 something quid coming out every single month. Can I minimise that? Just like everything else, cutting the cloth. Can I minimise that? And with all this kicking off, Affinity, that does Affinity Photo Designer and Affinity Publisher, just been bought out by Canva. They have actually they're selling, because they don't do subscriptions. They're selling their software, so you can get Affinity Photo 2 for 33 quid instead of say 55 or no, whatever, no, 65, 69, whatever it is, 33.99 anyway. Or you can get the full package of Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, and Affinity Publisher for 79 instead of 160. So that's got me thinking as well. I can then that way I can safely ditch InDesign, which I use quite a bit, but I could switch to this Affinity Publisher, or just use Canva, like I have been doing for various things for a while. Affinity Designer, I rarely use Illustrator because it's so bloody complicated. And Affinity Photo, well, then becomes a decision is like, do I ditch the full package, move the video creation to DaVinci Resolve, which I downloaded yesterday. Well, I downloaded Affinity yesterday as well. So I've got Affinity on a 7-day trial. So I'm playing around with that to see how it works. I've already spotted a few problems that I would use in my normal workflow of Lightroom to Photoshop and working in Photoshop. There's a few things there, but definitely Premiere Pro is a bit of a nightmare. It's slow. I can't actually upgrade to the current version because my computer doesn't have the threads in the processor or something like that. So I'm going to give DaVinci Resolve a good old college try with a view of either ending my time with Adobe come, I think it's November when I'm due, or reducing it down to just the photo plan, which is what, £10 a month, which is a lot easier to swallow than 55 or whatever it is. So it's a lot. So basically, by me spending £79, because DaVinci Resolve is free, or the free version's free, I can save myself within a year, easily save myself quite a bit of money. So I might look at DaVinci Resolve Studio. I think it's about 300 quid, depending on how I get on with DaVinci Resolve. We'll see. Yeah, no, I mean, looking at Affinity, straight away there's a few, one or two issues, which I've spotted straight away, within 15 minutes of playing around with it. So I will progress with that. But my view at the minute is I will come down from the full package down to just the photo plan, and then use a combination of Affinity and DaVinci to do the other bits that I would normally use. And I think I can probably get away with that. So I would still have Photoshop, I'd still have Lightroom, and hopefully they will improve and play nicer. Yeah, probably not, Peter. Because I know that there's a lot of effects and stuff you can buy that are free or download for free out there, which you can just... I've watched a few videos recently, like yesterday, last night, just so I can get my head around it, and get used to it. But I haven't actually tried any of it. But I've tried Affinity Photo, that's all. So that's my plan. And obviously, looking at it because I use Lightroom for cataloguing. Peter, you mentioned cataloguing there. Obviously, use Lightroom for that. I do have... It's just a trial and it's expired. But there is DxO PhotoLab 7. And obviously, I'm an affiliate with DxO. So I could get a license for that. So that's what I'm thinking of. If I was going to go for a full replacement, use PhotoLab 7 as my Lightroom replacement. But that would take quite a bit of getting used to again. Affinity Photo for Photoshop. But I think because of also the tuition that I'm doing, generally everybody uses Photoshop. There's been a few people use Affinity, but the processes are pretty much the same. So I think I would probably have to keep Photoshop and Lightroom anyway for that. But certainly at this moment right now, I will be going back from the full Creative Cloud package down to just the photo package and just making do using like the Affinity products and DaVinci Resolve to replace Premiere Pro, InDesign, and Illustrator, because that's pretty much all I used. I've like Audacity for audio is free. You can do audio in DaVinci Resolve as well. So PhotoLab can't see PSD files. To be honest, I've kind of stopped using PSD as an export, Peter. I've been using TIFF files. Yeah. So you're too old for switching. Well, I feel like I'm too old for switching as well, because I've been using Adobe stuff since like the late 90s. So it's been a while. Not as long as Andrew, obviously, because he's been using them since like version 1 or whatever. Sorry, Lobes, I was on my diatribe of stuff, but I am coming back to reading through it again. It was 2014 when I went subscription, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say Canva is subscription, and Affinity at the minute is not. But yes, like you say, I can see that. I can see that changing, or at least offering something like that. But they probably will. But I would imagine they'll not go as expensive as what Adobe is. Would be my suspicion. And if you've already bought it, then I can see it being. I can see there being like an option to buy the software and an option to subscribe. But the one you buy is maybe not going to be updated. It'll be like what Adobe did. Yeah, just having a quick skim through them a little bit is like, right, where's this tool? But then like generally, you can kind of see what I'm pretty much working out bits and pieces where they are. But yeah, but thank you, Lobes. I will no doubt hit you up if I get completely lost. Because there's a few things straight away that I've noticed, and it's like, oh, that's going to delay things. That's going to make it long-winded. Going to be a bit of an issue. But yeah. Hiya, Becca, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Right. Lots of chat going on today, which is good. Good evening, Jen, by the way, or good morning, or whatever time it is. Sorry, I was very much spouting forth. Yeah, I only started using Lightroom from boot version 3, I think it was. But I do remember trying it when it first came out, and I didn't understand what it was for. But yeah, I did use Cork as well, going back that far. Yeah, I don't like Illustrator either. But yeah, I think that's what I'm probably looking at, is keeping Photoshop and Lightroom for being able to teach, to be honest, and ease of use, and then ditching the rest of them for DaVinci and Affinity, and see how it goes. You can always subscribe to Photoshop, Adobe again, if they behave and stop being so bloody capitalist and corporate, the bastards. Yeah, well, I mean, student-wise and stuff like that, Affinity at the Canva thing when they announced that they were joining, or rather Canva were buying out Affinity. Canva is already free for students and non-profits and that kind of thing. Affinity are offering the same, or going to offer the same thing. So it's a good way in the door for people to get away from Adobe being the place that they are. Yeah. Jen, I watched a video yesterday on, I think it was like a year old or something like that, where the guy was like, right, I've moved from Premiere Pro to DaVinci, I'm going to guide you through it. And he had like, oh, there's my keystrokes as well, just to give you a head, like a a head start and like guide it. Like this is what it used, what it was referred to as in Premiere, and it looked fairly straightforward. If you didn't go like for me, when I do it, it's like timeline, chop, move up, chop, move up, chop, move up. That's the way I do it. I'm not one of these fancy editors where I do loads of stuff. So, I'm very well, Becca. Thank you very much. How are you going to dump Adobe as well? That's what we're talking about. Because obviously, I like the titles on Twitch are a bit more generic. I don't tend not to. So, obviously, on YouTube, where you have to create a thumbnail for every flaming video and live stream, very clickbaity, and like, am I going to ditch Adobe? So that's what we're talking about today, if it wasn't obvious. Yeah, I mean, I did I even go to the website for Capture One? I can't remember. Is Capture One used to be On One? There was an On One software which I did try it. I can't remember. Canva joined. Yes, it consumed it. It consumed Affinity. Can you tell which one was the biggest player? Phase One, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was a little bit. Aye. Yeah. No, I've never tried GIMP. Basically, because from the word go, I'd pirated Photoshop for years. So it was free. Until I went legit. When I started working with it. Right, there was one I looked at called Raw Therapy. Was one of the recommendations. Did I see a video on it today? Or was it a post I was meant to bookmark it? Was it in Creative Block? Hold on a minute. See if I can find it. Where's my mouse gone? Come here. There we are. Creative Block. God knows who bought these ones out. Excuse me. Oh, did anybody see the Apple stuff yesterday? I thought it was a piss take. I saw it like a was it reacting to it on a TikTok this morning, because obviously it must have happened yesterday, and they were like previewing like what the home, how you can move stuff around in the home screen now, and I'm like, is this a piss take, or is this actually the real presentation? It was like, oh my god, how long has Android been able to do most of that? Oh, and typical an Apple being Apple, going on and calling their AI Apple intelligence. What a bunch of wankers. They really have got no bloody idea of them. Where was this? I only read it the bloody morning. It can't have fallen off the front page, surely. Or maybe it has. Maybe it was a very old article. It might not even have been on Create. But there was like, for each, there was a diagram for like each thing. For each bit of software, alternatives. But yeah, Raw Therapy was one that are from... I think it's free as well. They're using it now. All right, it's interesting. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, if you are new here, because I can see that we've got a few viewers on YouTube that we don't usually have. If you're new, we are also streaming on Twitch. I think there'll be a link in the description below. And also, everybody, I reconfigured my description on YouTube, so it's all better, clearer, more clear. Can't speak. Set out better. I don't know. But yeah, Peter, I used on one for a bit. Well, I'm saying for a bit. I think I tried it once. But that was years ago. That was like 10 or so years ago. Easy 10 or so years ago. But Illustrator is just like, oh, what's going on with it? Always struggled. No, I've never used Darktable either. I must admit, this whole cataloguing thing was fairly new to me. So like back in Lightroom version 3. So I was like, maybe I should join this newfangled thing, and just instead of just making folders and dropping in that day's images into that folder. Thank you, Jen. It took me hours yesterday. What is this about getting old? It takes me ages to do anything anymore. The writing is better arranged, ? Well, I read an article and I did it. I set it out in a structured manner like they suggested. It might not be right, it might not, but hey ho, it's there. Yeah, I've read. My next door neighbour mentioned something about Musk reacting to the Apple thing. Did he say that anybody with an iPhone would be banned from Twitter, or banned from going into the Twitter building or something? I don't know. The world's gone mad. But yeah, that's the other thing about Adobe is the whole AI stuff. But I did see a video today. I think it was maybe a week or so old. They were reacting to this anyway, and they were on about like the AI generating capabilities in Photoshop and that kind of thing, and how basically how bad it is compared to other AI image generation things. Like, I mean, I'll happily pay for Midjourney. I do struggle with it quite a lot, but at least it produces stuff that I'm roughly close to what I asked for. The stuff being produced in Photoshop is rubbish. It is so bad. I need to catch up. There's too many busy chats going mad. Yeah, the interface of most open source stuff is never good. That's interesting. But yeah, I need to get no Apple AI in the Apple's OS. Well, they've just kind of stole. Well, they're going to use ChatGPT, aren't they, to integrate, basically to catch up, because they've left it too long. They waited, isn't it? That was the theory. The home screen custom here was a bit like a manifesto launch. You're right there, Andrew. Almost as laughable. But yeah, I was going to say be grateful you're not in the UK at the minute, because we're under election fever, if you can call it fever. Hiya, Paul. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, interesting. I'd never actually heard of Milo until like tonight when Peter mentioned it. Photoprism, have I heard of that one? But yeah, I was kind of like, like Lightroom alternative. I was thinking PhotoLab 7 because I could probably get it for free with a kind word to a DxO. But But yeah, I'm just gonna. I think it's almost decision made. I am gonna ditch the full. All right, interesting, Paul. I'll give that one a look. Get rid of the full Adobe package and just go down to the photo package. It's gonna be way cheap. It's 40 quid a month. That's like 4 beers these days. That's about 4 pints now, isn't it? It's a long time since I've been to the pub. It's bound to be a tenner a pint now. By now, is it? Close to it. You were colour grading with ChatGPT. That is impressive, Lobis. That is... Never even considered that. An alternative Acrobat. Did it like for production of PDFs? Because to be honest, PDFs now I just either convert in whatever software I'm in, like Google Docs, and then change it into like download as a PDF. So like I could quite happily do without Adobe PDF thing, whatever it's called, Acrobat. Oh, Jen's full on nerd. Probably only 2 pints in London. You're probably right, Andrew. You're probably right. Ah, I see. I get it. Yeah. There will be options. Like you say, low base salt. Low base salt, no. He's good on that kind of thing. Yeah. That's the good part of it. So, time's it? God, it's 8:10 already. Well, as we don't have a working copy of PhotoLab 7, I can't do like a full Adobe replacement stream. Free is a very good price point. It's going on a Raspberry Pi. Fair enough, Paul. I'm surrounded by nerds. God, and I thought I was bad. But I'm just an amateur compared to you guys. I'm just playing. Right. Vote, everybody. Should we have a go at making something in Affinity Photo? Or whatever it's called. Yeah, Affinity Photo. Or should we just make an image in Photoshop? It will be starting from Lightroom. Anywho. So I did try something earlier. The annoying thing is, yes. Just so we can see it. Okay, right, we'll do that. Might well be, Andrew. I think a lot of people just use PDFs these days. Well, I've had some... Oh, that was 3 votes from Serge. Okay. But yeah, let's have a look at... We'll keep it simple. Hopefully. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to blend... Oh, that's the same one. Give us a second. And I will switch the screen. I'm very dark today. Is this because the sun's not out? So I've got them two. That one, what's that one like? That's a bit too much on the bottom. That one. Ooh, would quite like a bit of that one. How many is that? That's 4. See, the one issue that I've got already, let me switch to screen. The one issue I've got already is that from Lightroom anyway, I don't know if it's like for everything, like this is the one big choke point, is to get it into directly from Lightroom into Affinity Photo. It has to convert it into a TIFF and then open each TIFF instead of just like moving it across. A year or so back, yeah, exactly, Andrew. I'm pretty miserable. Oh, Andrew, while you're on, I've barely used the Pocket 3 yet, but I used it as a webcam today. I was very happy with myself. That's about as much work as I did today, was make that into a webcam. And it worked lovely. So yes, I need to do some work on it. So yes, so we're stuck in Lightroom obviously. To get these 4 layers into Affinity Photo, Lightroom has to create a PDF and then it sends them across to Affinity Photo, which of course opens the 4 images in separate bloody files. So instead of opening as layers like Photoshop would, it now puts it into 4 separate. You can. Oh, it's annoying. Yeah. Do you do like multiple layers, Lobis? Because obviously the way I do it, I like use multiple layers. What smiling face, Andrew? Right, okay, so I need to do some alterations to this. Actually, if I just go to the basic treatment, that'll do. Let's sort out all my issues. Detail, that's already done. Basic, and let's go white balance. Auto, there we are, lovely. Open up the shadows a bit, like so, lovely. And that's clarity, texture, whatever it's called these days. Highlights, yeah, let's bring the highlights down. Open the blacks up a little bit. Contrast about there. That's the joy of using the OP. Yeah. So I think once I get used to it, once I get it set up, I think it'll be alright. I did watch a video earlier today. It's like settings to change as soon as you get it. I'm like, yeah, that's maybe what I should have done last week before I got too deep into it. Not that I got very deep in it, but I used it as a webcam. Because I was getting really annoyed yesterday that my old Canon M50, which I used to use for streaming, that was disconnecting from my laptop so much through the Camlink 4K. So when I worked out this would work, I was like, great. No, I don't think. I think it's probably the only one, Peter. Unfortunately. Right, it's going to synchronize these settings. I think this was November, so there isn't many dust spots, so we'll just ignore that. Right, so edit in Affinity Pro 2, so this will create 4 new TIFF files and then open them in. Oh, I've got to open Affinity's needs to open as well. So the software will take a little while, which in the meantime we will switch back to me whilst it does its thing in the background. Yeah, I was going to say it seems to have. I did a trial thing before and it seemed to work that way. Yeah, but I hadn't even done that though, Andrew. I was severely behind. No, I'm on continued trial. I haven't got £79 at the minute. Good God. It's time to pay the council tax and the internet. And my website renews tomorrow. Good God, I'm skint. Oh, and also, everybody, did you get to see... Has this opened at all? Why is only one open? Did everybody download and read my latest newsletter? Why? I said open them all. Didn't I? No, I only had one selected. God damn it. I thought I had all of them selected. Man alive. Right. So this is a little bit annoying because it doubles up storage. Edit in. Right. Do all three. Numpties. You did, Sergio, did you? Thank you very much. Squarespace, Simon. More monthly charges. No worries at all, Andrew. I was only joking. Is this going to open or what? Come on. You worked before. Why are you not working now? You're not even creating... Are you? Oh, it's still preparing files for editing. Sorry. I'm being impatient. But yes, I use Squarespace. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a Squarespace affiliation that pay for my videos, like unlike some photographers out there on YouTube land. Sadly. Right, so let's hear this. Right, copy V. Stop reverting to that one. Copy V. Copy V. There we are. Good evening, Stephen. It has been a while. It has been a while. How are you? Hope you're all right. I'm gonna knock that little handle off. Oh, hold on. You can't see all the screen. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Give you a chance to be able to see, so you can see everything like so. Right, like that. There we are. Should be able to get everything as cropped in. Right, so we have... I'll just close these down. I don't like the way these are displayed at the top either. Be nice if somebody would skin it to make it look exactly like Photoshop. Right, so we have the usual thing, and it has all the usual tools as well that I usually use. I don't actually know if I can open the NIK Collection from here. Maybe not. It's probably one of them things I'll have to figure out. Right, so the usual stuff. We've got all the normal blend modes, which I always use. And it works the same way. You can just hover over the top and it gives you a preview, which is lovely. They even give you some extra ones as well. I didn't know there was extra ones. So you got all the light, overlay, soft light, hard light, blah, blah, pin light, etc. The what I would call the creative ones, or the mad ones. Difference, exclusion, subtract, and divide. You've got hue, saturation, color, and luminosity. And then you've got some extra ones. You've got average, which is basically what usually comes out on the Nikon cameras, or the older ones. Negation, reflect, glow, and contrast negate. So it's all this new stuff. I don't think I'll actually use any of them, but you know. Yeah, I think I probably will. I did update it earlier, but I'll probably have to uninstall and reinstall. But I will look into that in due course. So probably actually within it, I'm just going to use the usual tools, but in Affinity. So, like I say, I've only used Affinity for about 15 minutes in my entire life, so I'm still working my way around it. You like to say above and below average. It wouldn't be average then, though, Andrew, would it? Right, so overlay. My usual ones, overlay, soft light. Why is it stopped? Thank you. Come on, don't be slow. It's being awkward. It was doing it before, now it's probably just struggling. So, I like this. It's just a little bit slow for some reason. Bereavement, Stephen. I did see some kind of post. I didn't want to say anything. But if you want to keep that, you can do that, sort that later. Tell us that later on, Stephen. Stop it. Right. So obviously these little buttons here, which you can see, are like the view layer buttons in Photoshop. Kind of deduced that so far. Not sure what these pixel things are meant to be, but they are there for whatever reason. And you can move these around, obviously, just like Photoshop. Good, Stephen, good. And these up as well. Excellent, Serge, thank you very much. Yeah, I think I just need to reinstall it over the top. Or maybe the trial is a little bit more restricted and doesn't let you install plugins yet until you've paid them. That's maybe it. But anyways, that's maybe just my conspiratorial mind. Excuse me. So, what we're going to do with these? Definitely going to leave that layer in. So which? Oh, it's that layer there. Okay, right. So this layer. So it's a little bit more restrictive, but we do still have the option of doing the gradient thing, mask. So you can still, create a mask. You can still use a gradient when it's set to black and white, I think. Gradient type linear, I think. I think I made a mess of that. None, that's what I wanted. Might have to delete this, hold on a minute. Try this one again. Gradient. The other way on. That way. And still usually make a mess of this. Like so. Filters. Doesn't say modules. Yeah. Well, it's getting to that stage because Adobe are becoming more and more evil. So there was a big hoo-ha about it this last week or so, Stephen. So just looking to see what is out there and what's capable. Now, obviously, I would normally use masks and use a blend mode, but and have that set to multiply, so I can do multiple gradients within a mask. However, Affinity don't have that capability by all accounts. So I think you have to then just use the eraser tool, which is, there it is. So if I make that bigger, the keystroke for erase is the same size, right? So where's hardness? Let's get that down to, well, full soft. Flow to 50, opacity to 50-ish. So those controls are pretty much the same. Let's make that bigger, and then you can paint these things out like that. Yeah. Okay, right. So if I go on, brain. Yeah. So I actually want to paint in. So again, I want 50% of that and 50% of that. And that needs to be soft. And this needs to be bigger. Come on. Paint. Oh, you paint. Switch it. There we are. Let's lightening that up. Yay. There we are. It's making it lighter. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Well, I think it's the usual thing, lawyers getting involved and them having no brains, no life. But then again, you have the whole AI thing. You are a company that predominantly works with creatives. You make creativity available to the masses and artists and all that kind of stuff. And then you're basically making it a lot easier by using AI badly. Ripping off people's work. The whole Ansel Adams thing in the Adobe stock controversy. Which, I think I mentioned this last week, is I couldn't actually believe that eraser. What did the fucking eraser there? Why is this not? That is there. There we are. Why are they selling AI generated stuff in Adobe stock? Adobe stock should only be selling stock photography, stock, actually human created whatever. I haven't got a lot of problem with them generating stuff afterwards for people that are typing the words into Firefly. But why do you need to sell those creations in Adobe stock? But yeah, it's just mad. I just don't get it. I mean, I like playing around with computer-generated AI. This is a bit weak. Maybe it works a bit harder. Or maybe I can't see the difference. That might be it. Right, so we've got base done. There's the crop tool. Pretty much a universal symbol. To be honest, I don't really like the colours because these are a bit confusing. But it's minor stuff. I don't know where the confirmation thing is, so I'll just hit enter. Is there a button to confirm these things? I don't know. It's good that I have these drop downs for the various tools, whatever. That's good. I like that. Right, okay, so my usual thing. Now, I did do this earlier on, and I can't remember how I did it. How did I do it? Has that been editing everything together? I don't know. I don't understand. There's no done button, Andrew. Well, on Photoshop, there's like up here, there'd be like a big tick saying yes. But here, I can't see one. So you're having to use the enter button. Button to apply, upper left. Oh, apply. There we are. So there is. Thank you, Serge. Big appreciation. I know where to come if I get stuck. Low base and Serge. Both offered help. Unconstrained original. We get to explore. Explore. This is good. I like this. Right. Okay. So back to. Oh, don't want to select that. Right. How did I do this earlier on? There was a. Oh, it's this. You click that to make a new layer. Why does it call it a pixel or whatever? I don't know. So you can use your paint, like say what I usually do in my other stuff. Paint bucket tool. Double click on the color. Let's get some oranges. We love the oranges. Like so. We drop a color in there. Takes a while for some reason when you're only dropping in color. Let's scroll down to hue. And let's make this about 25%. Like so. And you see, turn it on and off. There's just a little bit of change, which is nice. Yeah. It's like, why don't they just like, right, here's the Photoshop layout. Let's just like rebuild it and add in a few extra things. Right, okay, so what do I need to change here? We've dulled the green down, which is good. We'll get rid of some of that now, so we mask that. And if we paint with black. How do you reset the... Do you have to reset it to black every time? Is there not a button just to make it go black and white? Oh. How backward. Right, so that's the church tower back to yellow. Back to normal colour. Right, okay, so we got these layer effects and such. Adjustments, that's the button I always need to look for. We'll go to curves. So, you know, graphically it's a little bit different. Let's pull this out the corner. I quite like the way that I don't like that though. Get rid of the nodule that you've just done. It's probably nope, that didn't work. Well, we're learning anyway. We are learning. How do you get written search? How do you Yeah, I think you should. Definitely think you should search. Well, somebody tried to go down to the Titanic using a game controller, so you never know what people are up to. So that's opened up that corner a little bit. That's good. We'll just drop that down so it's a little bit flatter. About there. Lovely jubbly. And obviously you can change the colour. What's this one do? Oh, okay. Blue, if we drop this down, we'll change this down into here. What's picker do? Whatever. You can change the blend mode within the tool as well, which is cool. I do like that. I do like this ability. Very fun, very good. Hi Paul, how are you doing? Right, let's see that there. Okay, I presume you just close that. Whatever. Why can't I just fly out the side like Photoshop? Yeah, some of these need some better UI designers. Okay, right, so there's what thing. How's Paul? Right, I did find out this earlier, that if you use the Shift Control Alt and E keystroke, it does do the whole stamp layer thing, which is fantastic. Excuse me. I don't know what this is all about. So you can do the whole adjustment after that. Glad to see me still using Photoshop. I'm not using Photoshop, Paul. Disgusting word. Yeah, that button. So we can do all the usual stuff, like move all this around and play around with it. And if I change the blend mode, you can see it'll do all this stuff in. So I think it actually does this better in this than it does in Photoshop, which is not surprising because Adobe are lazy arseholes. Like for this, you've got to like click on each one and not just hover, and it's so much more responsive and faster. So if Affinity could just get the whole talking to other programs sorted out, opening layers, opening stuff up as layers, and all that would be great. Yeah, we're playing around with affinity. Hiya Yogi, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're well. I just realised Iris isn't here. I emailed her this at the weekend or yesterday. Gone missing. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's the annoying thing is, no, I don't want to go ski riff.
It's been 84 years.
It has been 84 years. Where you been, Yogi? You can desert me. Bit of a restrictive kind of image. Without blend if, to be honest, Paul, I haven't got a clue. Serge might know. He's an Affinity user. That's maybe why Peter will never leave Photoshop. It's alright, Yogi. Hope you're well. Can you tell I'm at a loss of what to do here? Oh, by the way, Peter, because I know it costs you a fortune, they're still on today, but I haven't told Jen this yet. But I'm gonna turn off the whole tip game thing. I'm not gonna tell you when. Oh, you've been trying some of this, Frank. You excellent. Apart from like your camera being done. Not yet. Not yet. But I will at some stage turn them off. I thought I'd let you know. I will just rely on your generosity, Peter, to tip me now and again. That's what I'll do. Yeah. I'll just go back to generosity rather than trickery. Oh, nice. I like that idea. Bit of panning. That's how, but Yogi, that's pretty much how I started doing ICM work. Well, I would go down to the to the beach, and as the water was breaking in, I would follow the breaking wave in with a slow shutter. That's how I got started. What am I doing? Apart from making a mess. Let's go with this. This is really just making a mess, isn't it? What happened to all my artwork? It's all gone downhill. Quite like that. Excellent. I don't need to exhort anything out of you, Peter. Thank you very much, Peter, for your generosity. Oh, was that a super chat? That was a super chat, everybody. Thank you very much, Peter. I thought it was like through the tipping thing. I'm sure Lowbase mentioned, or maybe it was a desire of his, that there's something that will automatically get rid of dust spots. Some AI generated thing. Are you saying I should put them up, Serge? No, I very much appreciate everybody that supports me. It is much, much appreciated. Quite like that. What? Okay. So obviously we've done that. Now we need HSL, I suppose. Will this screw everything up? There we are. Yeah. This is what we're after. Oh. Ooh. Quite like that. Is there a way to... What's that do? Never be scared, everybody. Just press buttons and see what they do. Oh, you can do blend modes in this as well. Oh, awesome. Oh, Photoshop, you are shit. Right, yellows, and we want to. That's blue. Oh yeah, because it's inverted, isn't it? God damn you! So blues we want. There we are. There we're making the yellows better. Like so. Lovely. Make them lighter, darker. Exactly, such and such. Can we drag this around? We can. And we will. Oh. Remarkable. Sorry, what's everybody saying? There's no make it all red. Of course there is. Well, maybe it's not a button, but there will be a way to make it all red. Don't worry. Ooh, red. No, I quite like the orange. Okay. So what's this do? What's that do? Oh God. This might be blend. This might be effectively what blend if is in Photoshop. I don't know. Blend options. Okay. Look complicated to me, and we want more of this. So if we go for, what do we do? What do we do? No, not white balance. Be really good if it didn't do all this stuff. Ooh, interesting. About there. I should really zoom in a bit so we can all see. It looks like a dam. To me, it now looks like a dam. The bit where you would just with a fancy tower. Okay, so start. Well, it would be nice if they would just automatically go away. Tips to the designers: take a course on UI design. Color balance. What's that do? Ooh, mid-tones. What's this do? Ooh. I don't like that. Mid-tones. Ooh, like that. Okay. If we get shadows, what do they do? Have we got any shadows in here today? Time's it? It's 99 o'clock. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a bit, once you get used to it, I think I'd be, like I say, I've got until November to make my mind up. But if I run out of money before then you're just gonna have to swivel for it anyway. Did I see a vignette thing somewhere? Or was that in another hole somewhere? I'll make sense. Let's just go for more curves. It's like about there. And no, let's brighten it up a little bit anyway. That's off by there. If we go to blues. Yeah, about something like that. It'll do anyway. We've had a bit play around and we've had a bit of explore. So this started off at 4 layers, four images rather, a bit of colour, some curves, a stamp layer, or whatever you call it, some HSL, obviously a bit of tweaking it, moving it around and all that shit, and blend modes, and all of these added on top. These adjustment layers, very nice. Turned out something abstract like this, which obviously we can export back into Lightroom and then do more tweaking. And effectively, you know, like I could go into the NIK Collection and undo more stuff in there, which I no doubt would, but obviously we're doing it, playing around with all this in Affinity just to see its basic capabilities and how it would affect my workflow. So I think we seem to have got it working anyway. Right, so let's save this and let's hope it goes in the right place. I'd click that because I pressed the other one and it would only save it as an Affinity file format, which is not what we're really after. I know, Stephen, I was thinking the same thing. I think it was like late 90s when I started using it. Maybe it's about 97 would be the first time I used it. Scary to think that was only 3 years ago. The 90s, that was only 5 years ago. I don't know what everybody's thinking about. It was just yesterday. I did see a TikTok today. Was it today or yesterday? And it was a guy, long greying beard. And he was like, well, 2020, that was yesterday. 2010, that was about a month ago. I think it was in the 70s. That was about, you know, ended up being the 70s. And I was like, well, that was about 30 years ago. And that's how I think as well. Right, so is that saved to Lightroom? Maybe. Has it? Yes, it has. Success! It is saved to Lightroom. So, in Lightroom, obviously, we can do loads more refinement, etc. Excuse me. Not enough energy drinks today. Send energy drinks. Hue. About there. God, that's added quite a bit there, hasn't it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it didn't need to be as much as that. Let's dial those back a little bit. Hi. Thank you, Sergio. Next week is going to be without Lightroom too. We'll see. So I'll have to have a word with Michael, see if he can get us a code for PhotoLab. It'll all depend on it. I mean, we've used PhotoLab on stream before, and I didn't have a clue how to use it. So, one about the UI for Affinity being a bit weird. The UI for PhotoLab, I remember is like, where the bloody hell is this? What's this button? It has no comparison to Lightroom. Because obviously they're all trying to be Lightroom, but not be Lightroom. Because then they would get wrong for copying, plagiarism, or whatever it's called. Ooh, quite like that brighter on the outside. Ooh, excuse me. Right, okay, so let's create a virtual copy. See if this will squat red. I mean, crop square. That's what I meant. Quite like that little composition. Can we make another one? Interesting. Just need to crop this to 3:2. So, create a virtual. Let's make it 16:9. I mean, the other thing, for me, I know they made a different version of it, but how slow is Lightroom? I mean, it's been the same architecture behind it for 15 plus years now. When I first started using it about 2010-ish, 2011. And it's been exactly the same since then. I mean, the new version still, to me, seems rubbish. I know they've got away from like hosting everything in the cloud, so it's all, you can host it locally. Affinity does have red, but we don't need to be red all the time. But yeah. Right, yeah, interesting. Do like a bit of orange and blue, or teal, and whatever it is. Quite nice, quite nice. Right, so that will about do. Yeah, 5 to 9, it would definitely do. As soon as everybody's leave. Light's duller today. Was my camera set up differently? My camera might be set up differently. I apologise for being so dark today, everybody. But yeah, it might be a dark day because Andy might be getting rid of Adobe. No, so I hope you've enjoyed this evening's foray into Affinity Photo. Something a little bit different. Something I'm sure more of us might be thinking about in the future, as Adobe is a bit on the pricey side, but maybe it's not if all you are is a photo plan subscriber. A tenner a month if you're a photographer, like hobbyist photographer, through to a professional photographer, then a tenner a month is nothing, really, in the grand scheme of it. And also with the photo plan, you get all the fonts and everything like that, so you could use it on everything anyway. So I can see, but yeah, I can definitely see myself ditching the other stuff, Premiere Pro and all of that other stuff, for other options like the Affinity things and DaVinci for the video stuff. So I'm going to give DaVinci a try, see how simple it is. Hopefully it is. And we'll see how things go. But yeah, like Affinity, I've got 6 days left of this trial. It's going to cost us, because it's on a 50% discount at the minute. Remember, everybody, if you're going to get Affinity, any of the Affinity things, at the moment it is 50% off, because they're jumping all over Adobe for everybody getting pissed off with them. So they've just gone in, oh, well, you can have our software for 50% off. So you get 3 bits of software for 79 quid. Affinity Photo Designer and Publisher, which is effectively Photoshop, Illustrator and InDesign, for 79 quid instead of $59 a month. DaVinci Resolve is free. And even if I still do keep the photo plan side of Adobe, then that's a big saving. And like Andrew said earlier on, we'll get rid of Epidemic Sound as well, maybe, because that's just getting ridiculous. And Spotify put their prices up this week as well, I think. Not that I'm a Spotify subscriber, but I read things where people were mad about, so gone up again. And the guy said that content's basically free to make these days, which didn't impress the people either. And yeah, these bloody corporations and capitalist things killing the bloody planet, making us all poor, and all of that stuff. None of them seem to be out there to destroy it all. Well, I was thinking that as well, Jen, because I also subscribe to Amazon Music, and I was thinking, well, I could ditch that, subscribe to YouTube. It'll get rid of all the ads. I'll get the music with it. YouTube Premium, rather. On shitification, exactly. And then go from there and see how it all goes. So we'll see. But yeah, I need to shore up. I think I quite like having the TV channels. I think so, Stephen. I think so. But I mean, I like having Disney. I like having Prime Video. I like having Netflix, even though they're going up. It might be a case I might just drop them for a few months and then go back on when there's something to watch. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, I watch YouTube a hell of a lot, so as well. And it'd be nice to get rid of the ads again. But then again, that's bending to their will. Because generally, I'm not even looking at the ads or listening to the ads. I'm just staring, waiting for the skip ad bit to come, and then hitting the button or clicking it. But yeah, your telly never goes on. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, Jen. Just subscribe for a month, catch up with stuff, and then ditch them again. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. Well, actually, Paul, we could actually do this now because it is nearly the middle of the month already. The one thing YouTube does give their partner monetized channels is the ability to gift members. So if you have a membership thing, yeah, I got a free Lego Brick play button as well, Andrew. I think I showed this off the last time as well, a while back. Yeah, I've had some stickers out with them before, and I've helped out like surveys and behind the scenes recommendations, which you get paid for. You get stuff like that. So I got a 25 quid voucher the other week for something I did, for some kind of trial I took part in. Can't remember what it was now. Oh, it was displaying your your income in the YouTube Studio app or something like that. And I got asked about another for something else, and it was going to be like a web group feedback session, which I did one a couple of years ago, and I think they were offering 65 quid for the hour, something like that. I haven't heard back, so they probably haven't been selected, but so there is that kind of thing. But the other thing, it was they give you 10 gifted memberships a month to dish out or to give out to your community. So that's one of the better things. It'd be nice if Twitch did that as well, instead of making everybody have to pay for them. The gallery thing has only just started, Paul. I think the gallery will open sometime, physical gallery. I think it'll be open in maybe August, and we'll see how things go from there. But the guy that's running it's very optimistic and all that kind of stuff. So always eternally hopeful that he'll make me some money. But we can, fingers crossed and all that. But like I said, it's a great setup. Great communication. He's got some good ideas, so it's all good. Interesting, Andrew. Maybe you can only do it while live? I don't know. There might be some kind of threshold, I don't know. Not sure. Anyways, let's dish out 5 today anyway. That's a gift 5 now. Everybody that's got the things turned on, good luck. See if there's a load of randoms get any of them. Andrew Doe gets one, Sergio gets one, Alien gets one, Inda gets one, and Michael Green gets one.
Oh, that looks absolutely lovely, that, doesn't it? Can you put an egg on it? He's put an egg on it. Oh, oh.
I changed it.
Oh, that looks absolutely lovely, that, doesn't it? Can you put an egg on it? He's put an egg on
Everything's
it.
doubled up.
Oh, that looks absolutely
Thank you for the follow, Trap, on Twitch, by
Can
the
you put
way.
an egg on it? He's put an egg on it.
What's going
That looks absolutely lovely, that, doesn't it? Can you put an egg on it? He's put an egg on it.
He'll reach a follower goal. Thank you very much for the follow,
Oh,
Trap,
that
by
looks
the way.
absolutely lovely, that, doesn't it? Can you put an egg on it? He's put an egg on it. Oh.
A sword day!
There we go.
A red day!
All of these things, they're so duplicated. I've got about 4 alerts on for the same thing. I'll sort them out one day. But that, yeah, thank you very much for following, Trap. Welcome to the channel. However, it's semi-badly timed because we're about to finish up. Now what I do need to do is see who is online. For the Twitches, to see if there's anybody still online. Sorry, Trap. You can watch the VOD afterwards if you wish. But we're here every Tuesday, 7:30 UK time. Usually for about an hour and a half. We are slightly over the time. Where's my Twitch button? Come on, brain. That's not going to get me anywhere, is it? Look at the Discord as well. Of course, Trap. Should be a link under the video, Trap, or if you're on Discord, you can follow us there. You stream for 3 hours, nice. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna have to catch one of your streams at some stage. The big dark print behind me, Paul, was this one or fucking fingers? That one. Edge of screen or middle of screen, Paul. You found us excellent, Trap. Thank you very much. Is that what it is, Andrew? You'll have to go live more. Told you. Have you never seen that kind of stuff before, Trap? Well, to be honest, Trap, while you're still here, this is the image we made today, just playing around. So we do fancy stuff. Right, what was I looking for? Well, if you want to call it fine art photography, some of us just call it dicking about. The middle one, this one is oh shit, hold on a minute. Have you got the newsletter, Paul? The one that I sent out yesterday. It's currently on my website as well. In there you'll see which one it is. It was previously available as a print back in when I was doing the limited print runs and stuff. How's Maple gone offline now? Boo! Boo and a hiss. Come on, brain. This is the thing about Twitch stuff. Photo streams. I haven't been on this page for a while. I'm online. Okay, is that it? Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I've got a slight issue with the term fine art photography. I haven't, Paul. I don't think I've been up that way. But it sounds like my kind of subject. But no, if you bear with me, we will. Actually, I think we'll just end the stream rather than go and try and raid somebody. What am I looking for? Newsletter from yesterday. Where did I hide it? Oh no, because I've collapsed that. P, no, not P-I. Yes, I want to use that. It's telling me I want to get rid of bloody Acrobat now. If I go to that one. So the newsletter, if you haven't gotten it, go to the website and get it, and then if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to on the website. So my newsletter, you get all this. Obviously, it's usually laid out better than this, but this is what Photoshop does. So then you had pictures. This one, Paul. This is it. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and all of that stuff. Yeah, but it was this one, Paul. Hoop the Last Sentinel. It's I think we edited it on like 3 streams the back end of last year. We did a lot of tweaking. Obviously, it ended up very red, and it prints very dark. Yeah, so it was like in my mind, it was like this. It was like a lonely mountain. That's what it was. With a sunrise coming over the top. In reality, it's all inverted. What's dark was light, etc., etc. There was a lot of. I think it took a few. Took a few hours to do. But we edited it. I'm sure we edited it on about 3 streams. We did it when I first made it, like June last year, like the first edit, and then I went back to it around about Christmas time to enhance it more. Actually, there is, Paul, on the YouTubes, a short of the whole process. So you'll see how it starts right through, all within a minute. So that's pretty fun. So yeah, check that if you want it. Check that out. Right, okay, I have talked long enough. So yes, thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. It's been a busy stream tonight. I will, yeah, it'll be easy to find, Paul. Just go to my YouTube channel, go to the shorts area, and it's probably going to be in the first 5 anyway, probably. Busy but good. Thank you very much, Jen. Yeah, busy. Lots of chat going on. To be honest, I couldn't keep up. 2 chats, lots of opinions. That was good. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for the super chat, Peter. Thank you very, very much to everybody who's followed today and recently. We will be back sometime. Maybe before next Tuesday. I don't know. Well, on Twitch anyway. We shall see. Maybe gaming. I don't know how busy this week's going to be, to be honest. I've got loads to do. Or loads I want to do. So we'll see. We might stream again this week. But probably not photos. It might just be a gaming stream to chill out. We shall see. But yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. Thank you for such a fantastic stream. And we will see you next time. Gaming is fun too. It can be, Jen. It can be. I need to get back to Manor Lords as well. I need to do that. No bother, Stephen. I hope you're keeping well. And we will see you shortly. Good night, Serge. Right. Ta-ta, everybody. Have a good one. Till the next one. Keep it hard. See yous.